Hi my followers, this is Magasa Ezekiel, and today we are going to dive into the field of semantics. What is semantics? Semantics is among the branch of linguistics that deals with the study of meaning. In analyzing a language, we analyze language based on four criteria. That is phonetic, morphological, and syntactical. But in terms of semantics, we are looking at how a particular language was structured or aided its meaning. That is looking at the language conventionally. So in the studies of meaning, we will understand that human beings can give meaning based on interpretation. That is why so many scholars say that meaning is gotten based on interpretation, and culture creates meaning. Umberto Eco says that meaning is something endlessly, and he said we can call a lion an animal. The same lion, we can give it, like, relate it to what, interpret it as a sign of danger, the same lion as a sign of strength. So this is how culture gives interpretation. So I'm going to explain between denotation and connotation. Yeah, there's a scholar who gave us some of the types of meaning, and among those types of meaning is connotative meaning and denotative meaning, which connotative meaning also call it contextual meaning. All right, first of all, what is connotation? Connotative meaning is a type of meaning that refers to the main meaning of a word. That is the main meaning of a word based on the utterances. We can also call it the literal meaning of a word, or the dictionary meaning of a word. It deals with the word, the meaning of the word naturally. Yes, naturally, based on what? The signified. Based on the signifier and signified word. Signified relationship. What do I mean by saying signified and signified relationship? In English language, when you said fire, that fire means any object, an object that is very hot. That is the relationship between the object fire, that word object concept fire, and the word fire. So connotation refers to that relationship between them, and nothing more, nothing less. Like in Hausa, when we said Bairo in Hausa, we refer to a concept. And when a person who is an Hausa person had the word Bairo, one of the things that will come to his mind, the mental image he will see is this object, Bairo. So the relationship between this object, which is the signified, and the name signifier is what denotation is all about, the literal meaning. Because when we said Bairo, we mean this object, and that is what denotative meaning in semantics is all about. Secondly, when we say connotation meaning or connotative meaning, we are talking about the ancillary meaning. That is the secondary meaning. We can also call the subsequent meaning, or the second meaning, or the cultural meaning, or the social meaning created between or above the structural embediment of signifier and signified. That is to say, since we said that denotation has to do with the natural meaning between signifier and signified, then connotation is an anti-signifier and signified relationship. That is to say, since we said this is Bairo in Hausa, that is, denotation means the real object, but connotation will refers to something beyond that. That is why in English we can be able to say the pen is greater than the sword. Pen here does not mean the actual pen, but it means a symbol of knowledge. When you said a pen is greater than the sword, that means knowledge is greater than war. And when you say the crown is greater than sword, that means power, that is ruler, the king, that is better than what? The sword. So the connotation has to do with the secondary meaning. That is meaning beyond just the convention, but meaning based on how the social, that is how the culture, society create. Okay, in a nutshell, denotation has to do with the literal meaning, while connotation has to do with the word to the anti-cultural meaning, or that is, we can be able to say, the secondary meaning of a word. Continue following me as we explore some parts of linguistics and corpus linguistics. Thank you.